Well, hello and welcome to another Daily Dominion. We have a Menagerie, Hinterlands, and Alchemy kingdom here. And yeah, let me hide myself. And you can see now that Goatherd costs 3, is a trasher that can draw you cards depending on how many cards your opponent has trashed. Apart from that, we again have Philosopher's Stone, this time in a completely different location as we have many more expensive cards than yesterday. Bounty Hunter is a strong thinner. Groom, always something to look out for rushes. Golem as, I believe, the only reliable draw. There's also some stuff going on, of course, with Goatherd, but only if the opponent trashes. And with Groom gaining your horses, being able to triple play them with Mastermind. But that's all too reliable, I'd say. Apart from that, well, there's Coven for cursing, Mastermind to triple play actions, Nomads as a good target for Groom as they yield 2 money upon gain, and so 2 money upon trashing, but probably we won't trash them. And then we also have an event in Alliance allowing us for 10 money to gain all of a province, duchy, estate, gold, silver, and copper and Way of the Turtle. So we can set aside any action cards instead of playing it properly and then decide to play it at the start of a coming turn. And that's of course great if we want to, I don't know, set aside a horse and increase our hand size on the coming turn if our bounty hunter only collides with the wrong stuff at the beginning. But yeah, that's it, I'd say. Well, note that Coven puts curses in your in your exile and then discards them once the curses have run out, and thus banishing them with Bounty Hunter does yield the 3 money, but they won't stay in exile as soon as your opponent has a reliable way to play their Covens. So you probably do want to trash them then with Goatherd. Apart from that, what is this kingdom? I honestly don't know. I haven't had the time to play it prior to this yeah playthrough, but I think what you want to do is some Golem, Mastermind, Groom stuff with a heavily thinned deck. Also get your hands on Covens. Grooms can get your hands on some Nomads for plus buy. And Haggler, I think you skip mostly because, well, hmm, I guess, I mean, you could go for the wombo combo of gaining of buying a golem and then gaining a philosopher's stone or two out of that, but I'm not sure you really want to do that. I'm kidding. I think we skip philosopher's stone as we so often do. Um, apart from this, yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. The kingdom plot looks as follows. The draw is very weak, only Golem and Groom, but I think we can make it work. Village in Mastermind and also, well, Golem, of course, and also Way of the Turtle for reliability in the villages. Alt VP only in cursing from Covens, and lots of stuff to gain, both during your turn and during the buy phase. Now, opening wise, I think you want to open Bounty Hunter, whatever you do. It's just that strong of a card. Then you want to pivot into Grooms and then maybe Potions. So first 4 after the Bounty Hunter is Groom, then the next 4 should be Potion, I think, but I could also be mistaken. Um, yeah, the nice thing about going for a Mastermind early is that you can, in principle, maybe Way of the Turtle it to something where you know that the next turn will then have an action card in it. And also Mastermind and Way of the Turtle have some funky interactions where you turtle an action on the 3rd play or something like that and be able to play it on the next turn. I believe with the new rule change there might also be some weird funkiness of being able to strand your cards somehow that way, but I hope this doesn't happen to us. The 5-2 is clearly worse than the 4-3 as you will just open Bounty Hunter nothing. And I think a silver accompanying the bounty hunter is pretty good. Now also another way to open would be Goatherd Bounty Hunter to maybe set aside the Goatherd or just trash an estate to get thin more quickly. That way you're less likely to hit 5, but you might still hit 4. Well, with Bounty Hunter you're actually pretty likely to hit 5 still, so I guess Goatherd Bounty Hunter might actually be the way to go just to get thin a tiny bit quicker. And I've hidden everything. I don't have the two screens in this setup, so I always need to switch back. So we can open Bounty Hunter and let's go for the Goatherd actually. And AI does have the 5-2 goes for Coven. I'm actually inclined to just turtle this Bounty Hunter here. It won't miss the shuffle because we play it on turn 4. And we will be able to exile an estate rather than a copper, and we will be able to buy a Groom this turn. And I think this is, yeah, the best way to go here. We even get to trash another estate. We do get to hit 5, where I wonder whether we want to buy Mastermind or a potion already. Maybe for now, it could also be a Coven to not get too far behind on the cursing stuff. Um, hmm. Mastermind could lead to some awkward terminal collision of Groom and Mastermind, okay. Hmm. Still, I think I like the Mastermind. And again, well, here, it's, now it's very likely that our Groom and Mastermind will collide next turn, so it would be nice in principle to have the Bounty Hunter come up next turn and give us an extra action. Mm, but then we won't hit any good number this turn, so maybe it's just better to exile this and go for a Mastermind and then bite the bullet on the next turn. Yeah, I think... Oh, and everything bottom decks anyway, so we get to set aside the Goatherd as a village for the next turn and get our hands on a potion. This is nice. We get to trash the last estate, get to Groom for another Groom, I believe, and play the Mastermind normally. And yeah, that's it. And that's of course not great. Now, what happens if we play this normally and then turtle it? And then turtle it again? No, that doesn't make any... I... I'm very interested in intrigued in what would happen here. Yeah, but I don't dare to really find out, I believe. So let's just triple play this, play normally, play normally, play normally. And yeah, see how we go on the next turn. Maybe pick up a Nomads here, just as a target. And yeah, this is not, of course, not great. I was hoping we would find um, the horse. And we just turtle it. No, we cannot even just turtle it. This is annoying. Um, yeah, we essentially waste our Mastermind plays and end our buys here. We should have maybe turtled it at least once. Okay, but now we pick up our Coven. We have a horse top decked. But things are really not moving along the way I would have liked them to. Can just get rid of this. Maybe we pick up... We just play this Mastermind and next turn triple play the Coven to get back into the cursing game. Play normally 3 times. This can gain us another Groom, I believe, and now we get to pick up the Golem. And oh no, actually, what we want to do is probably Way of the Turtle, its last Coven play, and this way we will be able to have an extra action, an excess action next turn. And do we pick up another Goatherd with that? Yeah, in worst case, it's just another target um, for our Golem. In the best case, it's something that allows us to trash the curses, and here we should probably just pick up another Golem. And this is amazing. Now I think we are back in the game as we are able to triple play this Golem here. And yeah, can play it normally. The Groom can gain us another Groom, I believe, and the game is actually very, very close to ending. You need to be a bit careful about this. Play this horse and play it normally again. The Groom can gain us yet another Groom. Play this normally. And discarding this there is not great, of course, but yeah. Yeah, what do we do? I believe we just pick up a Nomads here. And say, okay, we buy a province this turn. Piles are on the very low side. So, yeah, I believe we just play this Mastermind, exile a Groom to have enough money for this. And actually, I'm thinking about going for Alliance because just a province won't. Nah, but hmm, just a province won't get us um, above the threshold of victory points that we would need. But anyways, AI will be able to probably tear through the estates. So it's probably best if we just go for hmm, if we just go for province and nothing else. And yeah, I'm just thinking through our options here. Should, yeah, probably be this, and this is great because we are going to be able to triple play this horse, and thus hopefully should be able to now win on this next turn. The AI didn't trash anything, right? No, it trashed a Nomads. Okay, that's actually amazing. So we can play this normally, decline that, play this normally, decline that. And now, yeah, triple play this horse. And then, or do we need to triple play the Groom, actually, to tear through these estates? Actually, I think if we want to win this turn, we might need to... Actually, is this a win in hand? Just go for all these Nomads. It's not quite a win in hand. We would need to find at least one more Nomads for plus buy. And it's a bit risky to stop here, just grooming for another Nomads, just because if our horse does not find plus buy, then, well, AI will have a very easy way of winning. So we probably need to go for the line that gains all of these estates. And play it normally, and indeed the horse would not have found anything. Yeah, let's see what else we can find. Yeah, and indeed this line does do the job for us. And yeah, our golem would get to flip the other golem that's down there. In the end, yeah, this wasn't the most convincing victory, I'd say. But yeah, it is what it is. Look at this. We even get to turtle one last horse. I also believe we had super duper awkward mid-game draws with the Mastermind only finding the other Mastermind, with the Groom and the Mastermind missing that first shuffle. And yeah, I don't know. I'm still surprised we managed to get 4 curses in AI's exile. I'm, I don't know, surprised it took 15 turns even to get through this. It's a very potent kingdom in principle, but also, yeah, also the first time we had our potion in hand, we only had that masterminded bounty hunter, which, yeah, was like complete sadness as we weren't able to even get our hands on Golem. But I think this should more or less be the deck you want to go for. Probably there are a few things we might have been able to do better, but yeah, also we couldn't factor in like these early game draws. You don't have that much agency on when your mastermind is hitting the good stuff. I believe this could be like 4 or 5 turns, even now. Well, let's say 4 turns faster if your mastermind early on collides with the groom or with the proper cards, and then you go ham with the turtles. And yeah, did I miss my chance to? Yeah, we missed our chance to alliance on last turn. That's a crime, I guess. So let's go back and end this game in actual style, buying some extra coppers, and I acquire 3 more victory points. So that's a bit better. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this playthrough, and I will try to catch you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.